Just wait once it's done.
I'm still waiting on Victoria's qualification.
Oh yeah, they haven't done. Got it submitted to emotions challenge.
Will Rogers, what is that?
Yeah,
Texas provider.
Texas provider.
Bank Oh, okay.
That's the credit union.
Yeah, yeah.
We saw that right off the get go.
Yep.
And there's nothing here that
He didn't like, eh?
oh he no he really wanted. I got to know a little bit because of St. Louis father, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the part that I found what honest business and he doesn't hide something. He told me that this was right after I he probably isn't considering me, but challenge challenge later in the year where he wasn't doing something and he still had to go out and do that.
Yeah, I get it.
But
Well, I think it worked out for him, and
yeah, I do too. So hopefully we can keep him out for Washington.
yeah. Out at the mall and gives you everything for all the
Yeah,
thoughtful and
that's just the type of kid.
yeah, yeah.
So we got to keep him moving. That's for sure.
the picture here. And then, do we have our lineups as well yet, or
Yeah,
no?
this is in our Facebook chat.
Oh, perfect.
Or
Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2 3.
This was the real purple night. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The real purple night. This was the real purple night. Friday night. Oh yeah. The real purple night. This was the real purple night. Oh night. Oh
I
yeah.
wonder if Highway 2 will be okay to drive home.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. Because wasn't it the northbound lanes that were going to be blocked?
Yeah, and they're going to be in by then anyway.
So is northbound. Suddenly fucking traffic was so long.
Now they won't have to about move that stuff over.
Who's paying for it?
Combination of federal government
Ah, so of course they're
and
paying for that shit.
that.
We'll let them pay for it.
And amazingly enough, our London Prime Minister will be here in 3 weeks from here.
Is it?
That's what she was saying.
Of course.
You talk about the last
It's true, but it's coming on late. Good, thank you.
All good? All good. Hey, stay hot out there.
You too.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright. shortstop, number 13, Jake Schultz. Third base, number 38, Jake Durbin. Catcher, number 43, Austin Schulenhardt. Starting pitcher, number 46, Chad Wheatley. Please rise and join Kenya Mates from Victoria School in the singing of the national anthem.
And a very pleasant Sunday afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our telecast this afternoon from Remax Field in Edmonton. The series finale between the Victoria Harbourcats, the visitors, and the Riverhawks. The Hawks have taken the first two games of the series, and here's the way the Harbourcats line up today, leading it off and playing in left field. It is Gisada Brown. Hitting second in center field, number 15, Joseph Redfield. Roberto Gonzalez will be the DH today, he's number 53. And Hudson Shoup, the shortstop, lines up in the cleanup position. Tyler Pettit will do the catching, number 35. Josh Walker, number 41, he'll strap him up in outfield at right today. Noah Sadeka, the third baseman, number 20. Michael Teskolis, number 27, he's the first baseman. And Tanner Haney, bat ninth, play at second base. Andre Duplantier II is the starting pitcher today for Victoria. Now we'll have a late substitution. Ivan Brethauer was penciled in to lead things off today. That's not going to happen. Not going to. That is not going to happen. We had just a kind of an audio glitch there for just a second. Please bear with us. So Brethauer is erased. We're not sure where the substitution will come in, but we'll pick it up pretty quick. We knew, though, that McKean will come into the ball game and play in left, and Larange will move to center. Larange bats second, plays in center field. Emiliano Gonzalez at second base, number 17. Tom Poole is the designated hitter this afternoon. He had a big night last night, 3 knocks, including a home run. Austin Chenard will do the catching and bat fifth. Jack Garevich at third base. Will Gardner is the right fielder. Matt Massiangelo is the first baseman today, hits eighth. And Jake Schultz is the shortstop, hits out of the 9 spot. Chaz Wheatley, big right-hander, will be on the mound this afternoon for the Riverhawks as they try to do something they have not done in franchise history, and that is sweep a series. They've won a series. They have not been swept in a series except for the first 3 games of the season down in Kamloops, and they have lost several 3-game series. Wheatley, a 6'6", 215-pounder, University of Iowa. He's a sophomore, and he is a local product right out of the city of Edmonton. Wheatley will make his 7th start and his 8th appearance, 28 innings, 27 hits, 17 runs, 16 earned runs, 19 base on balls, 10 strikeouts. Got a record of 0-3 and an ERA of 5.14. And to get it going, it's Josiah Brown, the left fielder. Looking at this order, in the top 4 batters today, an accumulative total of 57 stolen bases. So they got some ponies on the base track, make no doubt about that. Josiah Brown, the batter, takes the called strike, and we are underway a little bit late today, 7:08 Mountain Time here in Edmonton. Tomorrow's an off day, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the ball club from Kamloops, the North Paws, will come into town. Kind of a ball and a strike here on Josiah Brown. Ron Suchuk today will call the balls and strikes. Darren DeKinder is at first base. Scott Eckert, the second base umpire. And Rob Allen is the umpire working at third. Just a very comfortable afternoon, John Belmont. Kind of a hazy but not threatening sky. Temperature about 70 Fahrenheit, low 20 centigrade.
Beautiful day for baseball. Looks like a good crowd coming in for Sunday afternoon game. And looks like Chaz Wheatley is starting off with his fastballs. 2 in the 89 mile an hour range.
And the 1-2 pitch, high and away. Other games today in the West Coast League. These are afternoon ball games. Ridgefield Raptors and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Portland Pickles are in Corvallis to play the Knights. The Nanaimo Night Owls are continuing a series in Kamloops. Kelowna Falcons and Bellingham to play the Bells. The Yakima Valley Pippins and the Port Angeles Lefties. There's a ball skipped up the middle. Charging the ball is Emiliano Gonzalez. Throws across his body. Nicely done by the young man.
Tough play, Al, because Emiliano Gonzalez had to take that play almost off the grass. And the cross throw was very, very difficult, and he put it right on the money.
Center fielder Joseph Redfield is the batter. Mic test, 1-2. Audio problems kind of plaguing us early in the going. Hopefully we've got the crossed wire figured out. So 1 gone, 1 ball, no strike here on Joseph Redfield. Wheatley is ready to go, and the pitch is fouled in the batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Redfield. Batting .331, he's having a great year. 43rd game today. He's got 160 at-bats, 40 runs, 46 hits, 18 runs batted in, and he has stolen 12 bases. Left-handed batter up there, and the pitch too high. 82 mile an hour fastball here from Chaz Wheatley. Last time he pitched that we saw him, he threw a no decision. Got roughed up a little bit early, but then he got tough, and he logged about 5 solid innings. And the 2-1 pitch, off speed and fouled away. The Yakima Valley Pippins and the Port Angeles Lefties, the Wenatchee Apple Sox and the Walla Walla Sweets. And the Bend Elks will have an exhibition game today against the Northwest Stars. Redfield with his front foot slightly open. He'll close it off. Big knee bend, and the pitch to him is down and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Missed with a breaking ball. The Riverhawks infield is now going to a shift. Schultz moves over just off the third base side of second base.
And the pitch, and that shift works. It's a 2-hopper here to Masiangelo, and he wins the foot race to the bag. He just wins it. Gets the unassisted put out, and there's 2 gone, and Roberto Gonzalez, the designated hitter, the batter. They really load the front end of this order up with some of their best bowls. Gonzalez hitting .374. Brown at .333 batting average. Redfield .331, and then Shoup, who's batting in the cleanup spot, and he is on deck hitting .289. Fully back on the middle infield, midway at first and third, and the pitch is a line drive, a looper here to Masiangelo, and he makes the catch. And Chaz Wheatley gets out of the inning, facing 3 really tough hitters.
Really did, and he really used his fastball on, only threw 2 or 3 breaking balls out of the 12 pitches that he threw.
And we'll be back with the bottom half of the first inning in just a jiffy. Jacob McKean, the left fielder, a late substitution this afternoon. And McKean will play in left field, right-handed batter, here against Andre Duplantier II, a 6'2", 215-pounder, a freshman out of Texas State University. And the pitch on the way. 89-mile-an-hour sinker, misses inside. He's out of a place called Humble, Texas. Duplantier will make his 4th start and his 5th appearance on the year. Does not work from a windup. And the pitch. Taken inside for a ball. Laurent and Emilio Gonzalez are the batters due up here in the inning. Duplantier kicks and deals, and the pitch, 87-mile-an-hour sinker ball. And it's a called strike, 2-1. Pettit is behind the plate. Sadike at third base. Tuscalis is at first. Haney, the second baseman. Shoup will play at shortstop this afternoon. And the pitch and a one-hopper wide of the bag at third base. Sadike is up with it across the diamond. And there's one away in the inning. And Clayton Laurent is the batter. 15 innings of pitching for Duplantier. 9 hits, 4 runs. They're all earned runs. 4 base on balls. 17 strikeouts. You got to like that ratio. A 2-win, no-loss record and a real good earned run average at 2.40. Now, the first 2 games of this series, the starting pitching was not stellar for the Riverhawks, or I beg your pardon, for the Harbourcats. That might be a change today. The pitch in on the fists, 87 miles an hour. And Laurent waves the pole and fouls the pitch back, strike 1. Second baseman Haney fully back and between the bags of first and second base, right on the edge of the infield skin. And he is playing Laurent to pull the ball, and the count at 0-2.
It's interesting they're playing on a pull because Laurent always hits the ball where it's pitched.
And that one's on a hop to the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tomorrow's an off day, then the Kamloops Northpaws in town, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we have had 3 outstanding crowds for this series here with the Harbourcats. A lot of things going on today, but still in all, a real good crowd. Breaking pitch is chased by Laurent. He is down on strikes, 2 gone. They have a marathon that is going down the River Road in Edmonton, which is one of the major west-east or east-west thoroughfares in the city. So people coming from the west end will not have that option to get to the ballpark. And, of course, the Pope is visiting Edmonton for the next couple of days. And Emiliano Gonzalez, the second baseman, is the batter. And the pitch, a breaking ball down and away. Andre Duplantier. He kicks and delivers, and a fastball misses inside.
He gets a good stride on him when he comes off that mound. It's a lot behind the pitch.
Tosses a curveball, 73-mile-an-hour spinner, and the pitch is down and away, ball 3. Well, it is exactly 60 feet 6 inches from the back point of home plate to the front point of the pitcher's plate, the pitching rubber. His release point is probably about 56 feet. And here comes the 3-0 delivery. That's a strike on the outside half of the plate. Victoria will have 3 exhibition games Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday back in Victoria before they resume league play. And here's the 3-1 pitch. That's popped up in the air. And making the catch is Joseph Redfield on that lazy pop fly that erases Emiliano Gonzalez. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And we're through an inning. Here at Remax Field, back with the second inning of play in just a minute. Our Riverhawk television presentation brought to you by Jiffy Lube, your Edmonton area Jiffy Lube fast oil change locations. Ensure your vehicle performs its best by visiting Jiffy Lube for an oil change today. No appointment necessary. Warranty approved, Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving. We'll be back in just a jiffy.
So what's the special today? Special today is Sundays. Sundays. That's great. Do you have a favorite flavor? Like, what you recommend people? Well, we have a caramel sundae and we have a fudge sundae. I'm usually a chocolate girl, but the caramel is too much. And if you want the works, you can get it with sprinkles and a Riverhawk gummy, which is what River eats. So that sounds great. Okay, thank you so much. Let's make some noise for your Riverhawks. Thank you.
Major League Baseball scoreboard.
The Orioles 3-0 in the top of the sixth. The Marlins are leading the Pirates 3-2 in the top of the seventh.
On to the second inning, and Hudson Shoup, the shortstop, will be the leadoff batter. We'll also see Tyler Pettit, the catcher, and Josh Walker, the right fielder. Here against Chaz Wheatley, who've got 2 ground ball outs and a line drive out in the first inning. There's a bunt, and it's a good one. Nice little push bunt down the third base line. That'll be a bunt single for Hudson Shoup. Textbook bunt. Deadened the ball and got it far enough away from the catcher, Chenard. And the rest was up to his legs, and he's got a pair of good ones to leg that out for an infield single.
It was perfect, Al. He laid it right just inside the line. No spin on it. Deadened the ball real well. Halfway between the catcher and the third baseman. Excellent bunt.
Tyler Pettit, the catcher. Double play depth in the middle infield. The middle infield today of Schultz at short, Gonzalez at second, Jarevich at third base. Massiangelo is the first baseman. Austin Chenard behind the plate. Wheatley out of the set position delivers, and a fly ball out into left field. That's a room service fly ball here to Jacob McKean. And there's one gone. Josh Walker, the right fielder. 247 batter in 22 ball games, 73 at-bats. 10 runs, 9 hits, 18 runs batted in. 6 bags, a .301 slugging percentage, a .353 on-base percentage. Infield remains at a double play depth, 1 out, 1 on here in the second inning of play. Very comfortable afternoon as we speak. There is no breeze at the ballpark, which does not happen a whole lot. Runner goes, and Chenard can't squeeze that one. Shoup will get credit with a bag. He was on his way before the pitch was tethered. No wild pitch. 86-mile-an-hour pitch from Chaz Wheatley. Height-wise, he's about the biggest pitcher on this ball club, 6 feet 6 inches tall. He's going to try to shorten things up a little bit as he comes to the belt, sets and delivers. And 85-mile-an-hour the velocity in that pitch, down and in. Induced vertical break of 7 inches. There's a check a second, and here comes the pitch. That'll get the man down to third. A 2-hopper here to Gonzalez. Sidearms to the target, and there's 2 away.
Good
Noah
pitch.
Sadika, the batter.
Very good pitch by Wheatley. Just down inside a little bit. And the batter got the big handle hit to Gonzalez. Made the play.
Shoup with a bunt single. He stole second. He goes to third on the ground ball out. You can draw the middle infield fully back now. Massiangelo is midway at first base, as is Jarevich out at third. Again, the new outfield configuration. McKean in left. Laron J in center. Will Gardner in right field. Brett Auer out of the lineup with a sore hand.
When the boys were batting in the cage this morning, we didn't see Ivan in there. I know he's getting treatment, and hope they get that ready.
Here's an attempted steal of home plate, and he's going to come in and score. Haven't seen that in a while, as Hudson Shoup thought that Wheatley was just a little bit long out of the set position. And what adds insult to injury, now if it's a lefty, I can almost see it, but a right-handed pitcher has got a full view of that runner coming in. However, that's a stolen base and a run in.
In a situation where the runner totally took advantage, where Wheatley was not quite paying attention on it, and those things, we very seldom see them, but that's just really good base running.
Out of a ball and a strike here, and the batter up, and the pitch is in there for a ball. Ball 2, strike 1. Here to Sadaika. And the pitch is high and outside. You know, the last time I saw a guy steal third base wasn't even in this ballpark. It was at the ballpark predecessor we had here, a termite heaven by the name of John Ducey Park. And the guy who did it was Devon White. Stole home. And again, it was off a right-handed pitcher.
He also did that in the major leagues.
And the pitch is up too high for ball 4. Sadaika is aboard on the walk. First one of the day issued by Wheatley.
Yeah, this is where Wheatley, I think, is a little frustrated and flustered by what happened with the steal of home. He's got to shake that off, come in and pitch. He's only got to get one out. Just throw strikes.
Toscalis, the first baseman, is the batter. A stolen base, a steal of home. He stole 2 bags going around the infield here this afternoon, and the pitch from Wheatley is high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Batting out of the 8th spot in the order, Tanner Henney is the on-deck hitter. And the pitch should do it. It's popped up. Foul territory on the third base side. And here's the catcher, Chenard. He finds the ball, discards his mask in the opposite direction of the ball, and makes the snag to retire the side. That's a little bit of inside baseball. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left aboard. And it's a 1-0 Victoria lead as we go to the home half of 2. Ensure your vehicle is road trip ready by visiting your neighborhood Jiffy Lube today. You'll earn a $25 gift card with a fully synthetic oil change. Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving no matter where you are headed this summer. We'll be back before you know it.
Not good. No. It looks to me like they're just not sure.
No, Wheatley is for sure. Here in the bottom of 2 will go the left-handed batsman, Tom Poole, the DH. And what a game he had yesterday. 3 hits, including a 3-run home run, a 2-run single, and a double down the right field line. Duplantier is ready to go, and he throws an 86-mile-an-hour sinker on the outside half of the plate for a strike. Here to Tom Poole, Austin Chenard, and Jack Gurovich will be due up here in the inning. Fully back on the middle infield. Third baseman, Sadaika, is midway. And Toscalis, the first baseman, is back and guarding the foul line here on the left-handed pull hitter, Tom Poole. And Poole swings the bat, and he gets himself a knock up the middle. There's a Line drive single into center field by Tom Poole.
The pitch was low in the zone and to the outside of the plate, and he went right with it, poked it right over to second base. Wonderful hit.
Tying run is aboard, and Austin Chenard will be the batter. Had a pretty good year at the plate, hitting .263. In 23 ball games, 80 at-bats, 4 runs. 21 hits, 4 runs batted in. Hasn't got a bag yet. 1 home run, .338 slugging percentage, .330 on base percentage. Here's a dribbler on to Shoop. Shoop on to Haney off first, and a perfect throw to the bag. 6-4-3 in the ground ball double play. That's what sinker balls will do for you.
Got over top of it a little bit and hit those big handled to the shortstop. Perfect double play ball.
And Jack Gurovich is the batter.
Now Jack Gurovich, right out of high school, they're going to be heading to the University of San Diego, and it's really neat to see a young fellow like him come in and improve as he has over the season.
Strike one to Gurovich. And here's the 0-1 delivery. Gurovich gives this ball a ride straight up the middle. And that's a room service fly ball here to Joseph Redfield, and that will retire the side. No runs and 1 hit. No errors, nobody left on base. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Victoria Harbourcats. And we'll be back with the top of 3 in just a jiffy.
Hey, Grayson, you're doing an amazing job up there. Callie and I are down here in Section E, as you said, for singing that lyric, courtesy of our friends at River Cree Resort and Casino. We are here with Dusty, who's our contestant for today, and she's here with Tavian and Cameron and their cousins Emily and Chloe, visiting all the way from Australia. So, here's what's going to happen. We're going to play the clip of a song. When the music stops, you have to finish the lyrics and more if you want. If you can do that correctly, you win $100 to River Cree and $10 gift cards for the 10 closest people to you. All right, Callie, let's tell them what song it's going to be.
It's Baby Shark.
And are you ready? We were born ready. All right.
Hit it.
Great job, guys. You've won $100 for River Cree Resort and Casino. We have $10 gift cards for our closest 10 people. Give it up for our contestants, for Callie and Grayson in your Edmonton Riverhawks.
On to the 3rd inning, and the second baseman, Tanner Haney, batting out of the 9 position today. Go to work here against Chaz Wheatley. Wheatley rocks into his windup, and the first pitch. Fastball right down the middle. 87 mile an hour is the pitch, and it's a called strike. Jasada Brown, the left fielder. Joseph Redfield, the center fielder. Are the batters due up? Here's the kick and the pitch. 87 mile an hour sinkers. And it's a foul tip in the batter's box. Fully back on the middle infield, midway at first and third. The outfield is in. Larange is playing way in. I would say he's at about 360 feet straight up the middle. Here on Haney.
You know, Al, there was an old major leaguer way back when who always played way in as a center fielder. Do you know who that was?
I'll take a guess and say Willie Mays.
Long before him, Tris Speaker.
That's right. And here's the 2-strike delivery. And that one was just a little bit high. You see where the infield is playing today? That's where the outfield used to play me.
I know that feeling. Oh, you talk about Willie Mays. I think he could have played at any depth, still get the ball.
Breaking ball, a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 today for Chaz Wheatley. And Josiah Brown, the left fielder, will be the batter. Bounced out his first time through. Off day tomorrow. The Kamloops North Paws are in for 3. That's going to be on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then the final series of the regular season will get underway with the Bellingham Bells. That'll be a weekend series, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here the batter, Brown, squares off, shows the bunt. He draws the bat back. There was no way in God's green earth he was going to get that high fastball. And here's the kick on the 1-0 pitch. Had that stayed fair, he'd had a 2-base hit. Gurevich was not playing him to pull the ball. He was about 30 feet off third base, playing about midway.
Brown really got around with that pitch. And you're exactly right, Al. The way Gurevich is playing, he's playing him to hit straight away.
Down to 1 ball and 1 strike. Whitley rocks and delivers. And a sinker ball, 76 mile an hour on the inside corner for a call strike. So they are definitely playing this batter not to get around on the fastball. Here of Wheatley. And he popped it up. There'll be no play for the catcher, Chenard. That's on towards the seats just off to our left. Wind up and the 1-2 pitch is on the way. It was 89 miles an hour, a little bit of cheddar on the inside half of the plate, and it's a little bit high. Another excellent crowd here at the ballpark. We're, I would think, right about 2,500, maybe a little bit more. There's a bouncing ball up the middle. Schultz, the shortstop, charges. And he airmails that ball on to first base, and there's 2 away. Joseph Redfield, the center fielder, is the batter. 88 miles an hour on that last pitch. Harbourcats today wearing their navy blue tops with the gray trousers, no stirrup. And here's the kick and the pitch from Wheatley. 88 miles an hour in the strike zone, right in the middle of the rectangle. And the 0-1 delivery. Slow ground ball pulled to the right-handed side. Gonzalez is up with it. And there you saw that arm angle throwing that one from Laredo, and he throws a strike. He can throw below the belt, a little above sidearm and over the top.
Absolutely. You can throw it from anywhere. That one came almost right off the turf. Excellent play. And good pitching by Wheatley in that inning.
Zeros across. We go to the bottom of 3 on our Jiffy Lube presentation of Riverhawk TV. Will Gardner will try to get something going here in the last of three. Playing out in the right field tonight. Matt Masiangelo, the first baseman, and Jake Schultz, the shortstop. So two left and one right-handed batter here in the last of three. Zambelli's presents our look at the Major League scoreboard today. Zambelli's open 6 days a week, 50th Street in Leduc. Seafood Fridays with the most outstanding, delicious seafood chowder you'll ever sink your teeth into. The Marlins lead the Pirates in Pittsburgh 3-2, and they're playing the top half of the eighth inning. And here's the pitch from Duplantier, 85-mile-an-hour sinker, swing and a miss. Blue Jays 8, the Red Sox 3, top of the sixth inning. Looks like the Blue Jays might sweep that series at Fenway Park. And the Angels have got it way out in front of the Atlanta Braves today, 8-0 score in Atlanta. The Reds lead the Cardinals 6-3 in the top of 7. The Twins lead the Tigers 3-1. That's in the bottom half of the sixth inning. And it's a White Sox lead of 5-0 on the Cleveland Guardians. And the 1-2 delivery, down and away. The Royals lead the Rays 2-1 in the bottom half of the fifth inning. The Brewers are up on the Rockies in the bottom of 3, 5-2. Still to come, we'll have the Rangers and the Oakland A's at the Alameda County Coliseum in Oakland this afternoon. And the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. 79 miles an hour on that sharp breaking slider.
Really broke it off well on the inside corner of the plate. Gardner got over top of it.
And Matt Masiangelo is the batter. Mariners today will host the Houston Astros at 2:10 Mountain Time. The Nationals and the Diamondbacks will be getting underway in about 30 minutes. The Giants and the Dodgers, they'll get underway at 2:10 Mountain Time at Dodger Stadium. Later on tonight, it'll be the Padres and the Mets. Look at the Major League scoreboard, a presentation each and every night of Zambelli's Prime Rib Steak and Pizza House on 50th Street in Leduc. And Masiangelo takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. Jake Schultz is also due up in the inning. 1 hit in the ball game for the Riverhawks. And Tom Poole continued on today from where he left off last night as he lined a bullet into center field. What a night he did have last night. Pitch and a ground ball to the right-handed side, and that ball's got eyes. Throw to first base, though, and Duplantier is there to grab it on a throw from Haney. They just stole a base hit away from Matt Masiangelo. That's great range going to your left.
He sure did. A little similar last night what Brett Grupe did for the Riverhawks. But that's just a tremendous job stretching out, making the play.
In that game last night, 44 batters came to the plate for the Hawks. 12 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 6 left. 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, and 7 left aboard for the Harbourcats. So with that double play, 8 in a row have been set down, not retired, but set down here by Andre Duplantier. Schultz hitting 145 in 19 games, 69 at-bats, 5 runs on 10 hits, and 1 stolen base. Duplantier rocks and delivers. Throws an overhand curveball, swinging a foul tip. Strike 2 to Jake Schultz. Ball game is at the 38-minute mark here in the last half of the third. Tuesday night we'll be around at 7:05 to bring you the play-by-play account of the series with the Kamloops Northpaws coming to town. And the pitch is a called third strike. 79-mile-an-hour curveball thrown by Duplantier. So he gets 2 strikeouts here in the inning. And that'll do it. We're through 3, and a good one here this afternoon. A 1-0 lead for the Victoria Harbourcats. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube from right here at Remax Field.
Down here, it is time for our elite promotional t-shirt toss. And Callie, what do we have to do with the t-shirt?
Let's make some noise.
You gotta get loud. We want to hear you guys make lots of noise for your Riverhawks. We've got t-shirts to give away. We've got our dance team try out t-shirts as well. You think you can get loud about it? You heard me. You might be louder. Make some noise.
One pitch into the fourth inning and a ground ball out as Jack Gurevich fields a two-hopper wide of third and sidearms across the diamond to Massiangelo. 5-3 put out, one away. And Hudson Shoup is the batter. Again, it's Gurevich at third, Massiangelo at first base, Schultz at short, Gonzalez at second, Chouinard behind the plate. McKean in left field, Laurentier in center, Will Gardner is in right field. And the pitch is high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
And we see a shift with Schultz just off second base. On the shortstop side, Gurevich in.
And we'd like to send our congratulations out to the 17 Canadian ball players that were drafted this year last weekend in the Rule 4 amateur draft. Hard ground ball up the middle. Schultz had him played just about right. Throws the ball high at the target. There will be a throwing error on Jake Schultz. He didn't come up over the top enough with his delivery, and that's why the ball sailed on him.
No, and he didn't have to rush it that much. He only had to take about a step and a half to get to the ball. He was in perfect position with a shift to make that play.
And Tyler Pettit will be the batter. We'll score that for the moment unofficially as a throwing error to the shortstop Schultz. Kevin Logan, a catcher out of Oyen, Alberta, was drafted by the Arizona Diamondbacks in the 9th round. 258 pick overall. He attends Oregon State University. And getting picked 8th overall for the Canadian ball players, Matt Courtney, a first baseman from not much more than an hour drive south of here, Wetaskiwin, Alberta. The Angels picked him up, 9th round, 258th pick. 298th pick overall out of Old Dominion. And in consideration of the fact this year they only drafted 20 rounds, that's a pretty good draft pick. Here's the ball popped up, foul ground off first base. Massiangelo coming over, he won't have a play. And they have scored that as an infield hit. Tyler Pettit, the batter up there, he flied out to left field his first time through. Todd Haney, the field manager of the Victoria Ball Club, coaches collegiate baseball down in Texas in the offseason. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Pettit. Little infield's going to shorten up to a double play depth. Gurevich is just back of the bag and wide of the line at third. Runner goes. It's a hit and run play. This ball is belted up the right hand side, and it is foul of the chalk and on into the visitor bullpen.
Now that was a good pitch for Wheatley from a point of view. If you're going to throw a double play ball, you want to keep it down, and he was right down at the bottom of the zone with that, and the batter did a nice job of getting through the ball. Just a little late on it.
And Wheatley back on to first. The top Canadian pick overall went in the 3rd round, a shortstop from Sarnia, Ontario, Dylan O'Ray. And the Milwaukee Brewers grabbed him, 102nd pick overall. Plays for the junior national team. Runner holds in the pitch. Popped up off the head of the bat, foul and out of play. 2nd pick overall was Lamar King Jr. out of Perry Hall. San Diego Padres, 4th round selection, 120th pick out of Calvert Hall College High School. You get drafted out of high school, they really see something in you. There's a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Throw back to first base. Massiangelo's tag is not in time. No double play, but there is 2 gone.
Now they just want to play the batter. It was a real nice play getting that ball back down to first base. Just a little late on it.
Go to Josh Walker, the left-handed batter. Bounced out his first time through. 3rd pick overall for the Canadian ball players was David McCabe out of Cortice, Ontario, Atlanta Braves 4th round selection. Runner goes and the pitch up high. Here's the throw on to second, and it's a good one. Chenard throws a perfect strike right over the bag, and Schultz is there to put the tag down. And Hudson Shoup is DOA at second base.
When that pitch came in, Chenard was already stepping out. And as you said, Al, you could not throw a better ball right on the first base side of second base. Tag right there.
1-0 ball game. Victoria leads as we move to the home half of the 4th inning, and we'll have more in just a jiffy. Top of the order here in the bottom of 4, Jacob McKean, the left fielder. Clay Loranger, the center fielder. And Emiliano Gonzalez. 1, 2, 3 hitters in the Edmonton order. Popped up foul down the line and right, now to play. In the second half, the Bellingham Bells with the tie for the lead in the North Division. Bellingham at 8-6. They're won 3 straight, and they were the first half champs in the Northern Division. They're tied with the Wenatchee Apple Sox, who are sitting with an 8-win, 6-loss record. Riverhawks are right on the doorstep. They're 7-7 and just a game out. And Victoria, they're right there, 8-10, 2 games back. 1 ball, 1 strike as Duplantier out of the set position, strides home, and the pitch. That'll miss low. Kelowna Falcons are 6-8, 2 games back. Kamloops Northpaws 3 out, 6-10. Port Angeles Lefties 3-12, 5.5 out, as are the Nanaimo Night Owls at 3-12, 5.5 games back. Corvallis Knights, back where they started in the first half. Great ball club this year. They really got a nice team. 11-4, tied with the Portland Pickles for the lead in the South. Ridgefield Raptors at 8-6, 2.5 back, as are the Walla Walla Sweets, identical record, 2.5 games back. And the right-hander's pitch. Ball is hit off the fist and fly ball out into left field. Drifting back with lots of room in front of the warning track is Jasada Brown, as Jacob McKean is erased on the fly ball out, and there's 1 away.
Duplantier got that ball up a little bit on the inside. Jan McKeon a little bit, and he powered it out with almost the handle of the bat. He's got good power, but just a very good pitch by Duplantier.
It is a 3-way tie for the lead in the South Division. The Yakima Valley Pippins at a 12-5 record. So 3 teams share first place. Here's the ball, and here's the ball sprayed out into center field by Clay Loranger. Went with the pitch, and he lines a bullet up the middle.
Loranger doing what he does best. Good contact on the ball, and wherever it's pitched, that's where he's going to put it.
Bend Elks at 7 and 8, 4 back. Springfield Drifters 6 and 9, 5 out. And the Cowlitz Black Bears at 5 and 9. And they are 5.5 games off the pace. So 1 out. And the tying run is aboard. And Emilio Gonzalez will be the batter. Fourth overall pick for the Canadians in the draft, the shortstop Nate Ochoa out of Burlington, Ontario. Washington Nationals grabbed him in the 6th round. 171st pick overall, playing for the Field House Pirates. Picked 5th was a right-handed pitcher, Jonah Tong of Markham, Ontario. Duplantier back on to first base. New York Mets pick in the 7th round, 209th overall. Playing for an amateur ball club in Toronto, the Toronto Mets. 6th pick, a right-handed pitcher, Adam Meyer out of North Vancouver. Atlanta Braves selection in the 7th round, 215th overall. Attends the University of Oregon. Runner goes, here's the throw, and it tails off line. It hit Laurent right on the leg, so he'll get a bag. And Laurent is in scoring position. He can motor.
He really can. He gets a good jump on the ball, and he saw where the ball was going. Head first slide, turned into it a little bit.
Second steal on the year for Laurent. Ball and a strike to Emiliano Gonzalez. Tying run at second base. Here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Look to second and the pitch on the way. And Ron Suchuk, the plate umpire, calls that a strike. Suchuk today, the ball strike umpire. Darren DeKinder at first. Scott Eckert at second base. And Rob Allen is the umpire working at third. Real good pitching matchup today. Two hard-throwing right-handers. Duplantier with an earned run average just over 2. Long stride home from the big right-hander. He's a Texan, and the pitch is high.
Last 2 pitches, breaking ball. The first one right on the inside corner. Last one got away on Duplantier a little bit.
A 6'2", 215-pounder out of Texas State University. And he comes out of a place called Humble, Texas. And the 2-2 delivery misses at the knee. 4th start and his 5th appearance today. 15 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs are all earned. 4 walks, 17 strikeouts. 2 wins and no losses, and the ERA at 2.40. Count is full. Laurent breaks for third, and the pitch is swung on and missed. On to first base on the strikeout wild pitch is Emiliano Gonzalez, and he's going to be erased at the bag. Laurent will get credit for a bag, his 23rd steal on the year.
That was very close at first base. A good job by the catcher getting that ball down there. And shows to me that Pettit's got a pretty good arm, Al. He was way back when he let that ball go.
Strikeout number 4, 2-3 on the putout. With 2 out, Laurent at third. And Tom Poole is the batter. Our guest on the post-game show last night, and what a night he did have. A 2-run single right in the first inning. A double down the right field line. He came around to score in his next at bat. Tom Poole hits the ball hard up the middle. He'll get a run batted in on that single. And he got the barrel of the bat out on that one. That one left the bat at 98 miles per hour.
He really popped it well, fastball, and just hit it again where it's pitched. Got his bat around on it. Got his RBI and another hit. Second hit of the day for Tom Poole.
5th hit of the series for him. Also last night, he got a 3-run shot in the 4th inning. He hit high inside the pole and over the wall in right field. Laurent really engineered that run. Stole second, stole third, and walked in to score on the line single up the middle. Hard hit ball. You can hang close on that line. And here's Austin Schnard, the batter. Austin tries to check his swing on a breaking pitch. He went around on it, strike 1. Jack Gurevich in the on-deck circle. Sundays have always been, and I think always will be, a late arriving crowd. When you consider all the things that are going on today with the papal visit and River Road being closed due to a marathon, that should do it here in the inning. That's a mile-high pop-up by Schnard. And the first baseman, Tasakis, is under that to set down the side. So a run comes in to score, done a strength of 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left aboard. Nothing decided through 4 frames today. We'll be back with more in just a jiffy.
Hey, Grayson, Callie and I are here, and it looks like Callie has something in her hands. What do you have there?
I have the baseball cards and we handed them out in the field after the game today. And you can also buy some for the Hawk shop later.
That's right. She's holding baseball cards. It is a special edition Edmonton Riverhawks pack of cards. As Callie said, you can get them on the field after the game, and the full packs for sale in the Hawk shop as well. And oh my gosh, Callie, it looks like there's a Riverhawk behind you. Check out this man's costume. I love it. What do you think?
I love it. I think it's great. Let's make some noise for that costume.
All right, you heard it. Make some noise for Capelon and the Riverhawks. Make some noise for your Riverhawks.
That is going to be awesome. I want to play some more races. I want to get an autograph. Can you hear that, Clayton? Now batting, number 41, Josh Walker.
Josh Walker, the leadoff batter, batting in the 6th spot of the order today. Here for the Harbourcats, he's bounced out his first time through. Left-handed batter up there. Wheatley from the windup, and the pitch is a bunt, and it's foul, strike 1.
You know, Al, it's interesting with the 2 pitchers through 4 innings. Wheatley is throwing 47 pitches, 30 for strikes, 17 balls. Duplanier, he's throwing 45 pitches, 30 for strikes, 15 balls. Very even in their pitching.
Wheatley off the first base side of the pitching rubber delivers, and this ball is belted up the middle for a base hit. A leadoff single for Josh Walker. And Noah Sadoika, the third baseman, will be the batter. Again, Gavin Logan, the 7th Canadian pick, Oyen, Alberta, catcher. Arizona Diamondbacks got him, 9th round, 258th overall pick. Comes from a real good baseball school, Oregon State. Right on his heels, Matt Courtney, a first baseman out of Wetaskiwin. The Angels grabbed him in the 10th round, 298th pick overall, out of Old Dominion. Go-ahead run is aboard, and the middle infield is at a double play depth. Chouinard came out of his crouch, dropped the ball as he was going to attempt to pick off throw at first base. 20 rounds when they used to draft 50. But what they do now is they'll just sign a player. If you don't get drafted, your value goes way down. And they'll say, okay, we're kind of interested in you. Here's $25,000. If it works out, great. If not, see you later. Runner goes, got a pretty good jump. Chouinard out of the crouch. Here's the throw, and that one tails a little bit onto the right side of the second base bag. That'll be a steal for Josh Walker.
Now, Walker's a local Victoria boy who really showing us a lot, not just at the plate, but in the outfield. Solid baseball player.
Now, Wheatley is a big right-hander, 6'6", and you kind of always like big pitchers, tall pitchers, but the one disadvantage that they do have, no matter what they try, they slow down just a little too much out of the set position. I mean, you still have to kick a little bit, not the slide step particularly, but Walker got a real good jump, so he represents the go-ahead run at the Keystone bag. 2 balls, 1 strike on Sadoika. Batter shows the bunt, and he takes upstairs. 84-mile-an-hour fastball. That's a good call. You're in the bottom end of the order. Nobody out. Try to drop down a bunt. It doesn't matter if you drag it or you push it, particularly, as long as you get it away from the catcher. If you really want to do a textbook, you got to make the third baseman come in and field the ball and open up the base.
Absolutely. That's the ideal bunt. You put her down, force both the pitcher and the third baseman to come for the ball.
And here's the 3-1 delivery. Ball is bunted back towards the mound. Wheatley grabs it and he throws it away. Threw it right over the head of Masiangelo. Here's the throw home, and it's up the road a little bit. So Walker comes in to score. And that's a two-base throwing error charged to Chaz Wheatley.
Now there was a situation too, Al, where Wheatley made a major mistake. The runner was coming down the line. He should have run right at him. He had the time and forced him either to catcher or back to third base. He would have got the lead runner. Instead, he went to first base, overthrew it.
So Sadoika is over at first base on a throwing error charged to Wheatley. There's no run batted in on the play, and the run for the moment is unearned. Pitch up too high, 1 ball and no strike. Here on the first baseman to Skolas. And he popped up his first time through. Wheatley down and away with a fastball. That was 85 miles an hour, 2 balls and no strikes.
We got Ethan Elias coming out to talk to Wheatley. Just settle him down a bit.
9th pick by the Canadian ball players this season is right-handed pitcher Jacob Ziblin. Langley, BC, Cleveland Guardians selection in the 10th round, 301st overall, out of the TNXL Academy.
Everybody clap your hands.
10th selection was Eli Saul out of Vancouver, British Columbia.
Everybody clap your hands.
2-1 ball game and an unearned run for Josh Walker. And we're having audio difficulties, and there's another throwing error here by Wheatley on a pickoff attempt. 2 throwing errors by Wheatley. We're having an audio problem. We'll be back in just a second to get this rectified. All right, we'll check this microphone. Mic test 1, 2, 3. And the pitch and a swing and a miss. I hope you don't mind sharing a microphone because I'm flat out of mics.
No problem, Al.
All right, a strikeout gets the job done. And that is strikeout number 3 on the day for Wheatley. So 1 unearned run crosses the plate, 1 hit, 2 throwing errors, and 1 man left on base. And we're through 4.5 innings this afternoon. And we'll be back with more in just a jiffy.
Now up for the Riverhawks, number 38, Jack Garbage.
2-1 ball game. The Victoria Harbourcats in the lead. 1 earned run, 1 unearned run. And Jack Gurevich will be the batter to lead things off. Pitch to Jack and a squibber to the left side of the infield. Shoop comes over towards the hole. Nice stretch at the bag by Tuskakis, and a 6-3 putout gets it going. That was a squibber with a little English on it.
Really was just an excellent throw. And Gurevich got pretty good speed down there, but they got him by a lot.
Now to bat, number 24, Will Gardner.
Will Gardner, the batter. He struck out swinging his first time along. And Matt Massiangelo, the first baseman, due up here in the last half of the 5th inning. Willie back on the middle infield, the second baseman. Haney is drawn between the middle of the bags and won't matter now. That's a hit batsman. And Will Gardner is aboard.
Now to bat, number 8, Massiangelo.
Matt Massiangelo, the batter up, left-hand batter, left-handed pitcher. He bounced out his first time through. 1 out and 1 on here in the last half of the 5th inning. And the shortstop, Jake Schultz, will also appear here in the inning, barring a ground ball double play. Shoop and Haney are at that double play depth in the middle infield. Sadoika is up wide of the bag at third. Outfield is straight away. Ball hit the left field and slicing towards the foul truck. And coming on over and making a superlative play is Jasada Brown. He was horizontal to the ground, dove, and he just stole a 2-base hit away from Massiangelo.
2-base hit, plus it would have been a run for the Riverhawks. So just a great play by Brown. He's showing it this whole series.
And let's go to the 9th spot on the order. Jake Schultz, the shortstop, the batter. Schultz was called out on strikes on a hammer, a real good spinner thrown by Duplantis to retire the side in the third inning. And the pitch is a called strike. I know we're in the minor leagues, but two guys having to share one microphone, that's getting to be a bit much. Jacob McKean, the on-deck batter. They can play the middle infield fully back. And the outfield is straight away here at Remax Field this afternoon. Big ballpark, 420 feet up the middle. There's a ball into the wind. It's a lazy pop fly. There to catch it is Desada Brown, and that will retire the side. And we're through 5 in a 2-1 ball game. The Victoria Harbourcats in the lead. And we'll be back with more before you know it.
Hey, Grayson, Callie, and I are down here, and we have 4 contestants with us, and they are in 2 teams. We have Foster and Jake on one team. Give some waves. Foster and Jake. So this is Jake right here. And then we have Rex and Bo on the other team. And Callie, what do they have to do?
They start at first base and then spin around with the bat on their head 5 times, and then run to their teammate, and their teammate does the same thing and runs back.
Yeah, so there's our dizzy bat race. They're going to get nice and dizzy, spin 5 times, run to their partner. On the same mark, set, go.
On your mark, get set, go.
And they're off. They each have to spin 5 times. As Callie said, they have to run down to their partner. It looks like Bo is winning the mark. Who do you think is going to win? She thinks Bo and Rex. It looks like Rex is already on his way back pretty even so far. But it looks like Rex was the first one back. Do you think Rex won? So it looks like Bo and Rex are our winners, but it looks like you have 4 prizes in your hands. We have passes to West Edmonton Mall, and you can use them at Galaxyland or the water park. And we have one for everyone that has good sports here at the Riverhawks game. So congratulations to all of our contestants. Let's hear you guys make some noise.
New pitcher into the ball game is Kyle Popes, the 6'6", 210-pound right-hander out of Antelope Valley College. He's a senior, and he's a Central Alberta ball player. He's out of Stettler. Kyle Popes will replace Chaz Wheatley with the opening 5 innings today. In some respects, didn't pitch badly. In other respects, he was lacking a little bit on his throwing in the infield. 5-inning distance for Wheatley, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 base on ball. Popes delivers, and the ball is hit up the middle. It's a lazy pop fly here to Laurent J in center field. Room service fly ball, 1 pitch and 1 out here for Kyle Popes. And Roberto Gonzalez will be the batter. This is the 8th relief appearance for Popes on the season. 9 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 10 runs, 10 earned runs, 7 walks, 12 strikeouts. And he's brought his earned run average down some, but it needs a whole lot more whittling. It's at 9.31. Works out of that long stride home, 89-mile-an-hour cheddar, and it's in there for a called strike on Roberto Gonzalez. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He's lined out and he's bounced out. Midway at first and third, fully back on the middle infield, and the ball's hit up the middle into straightaway center field for Laurent J. We've got our union inning going, 2 pitches and 2 outs.
Well, that's it. 2 fastballs, strike down the middle, and lazy fly balls to Laurent J.
And the shortstop, Hudson Shoup, is the batter. Reached base on an infield hit, bunt single. In the 2nd inning, stole 3rd, and he stole home. First time I've seen that in about 30 years, steal a home. And the ball is hit in the air to straightaway center field. That's a 3-pitch inning. 3 fly balls, for Kyle Popst here in the top half of the 6th inning. And zeros across the line totals. Back with the bottom half of the 6th in just a jiffy.
We are on the home stretch of our regular season here at Remax Field. We have some games against Kamloops Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then it's a fireworks Friday on Country Night. We'll have a petting zoo and Stanley Cup champion Colton Perrico tossing out the first pitch. Saturday, we celebrate cycling. Ride your bike to the game and get 50% off your ticket. Plus, we give away an electric bike worth about $5,000. That's worth more than my dad's car. Our last regular season game of the season is on Sunday, Fan Appreciation Day. We will give away a ton of prizes, and this will be the last day you can use an unused ticket. Let's pack the place.
Andre Duplantier, the big right-hander, through the opening 5 innings today, has pretty much put up the zeros. Coughed up a run in the 4th inning. Other than that, zeros over. With a ground ball double play in the 2nd, he actually only faced 9 batters through the opening 3 innings. And the pitch of Duplantier is looped into short left field. On the run in is Josiah Brown. He's going to make his 3rd put out of the ball game.
Now batting, number 10, Clayton Loranger.
And Clayton Loranger, the batter. So it really has been a trip down memory lane today. A steal of home I haven't seen since Devon White did it. And I can't remember the last time I saw a 3-pitch inning.
No, that's exactly right. An all hit to this man, Loranger.
Clay is 1 for 2 with a run scored, 2 stolen bases. Shows the bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes a pitch off the plate. 1 ball and no strike. Here to Loranger. And Emiliano Gonzalez is also due up here in the inning. And here comes the 1-0 delivery. Ground ball to the right-handed side, and that's through the hole. And Loranger gets his 2nd knock of the afternoon, a seeing eye single. And that was a roller. And as Wee Willie Keeler used to say, hit him where they ain't.
You know, in the locker room, they call him auto. Just an automatic hit every game. And that's how he plays. Just a tremendous ball player, Clayton Loranger.
So with Loranger aboard, representing the tying run, we'll go to Emiliano Gonzalez. On an 0 for 2 afternoon. Struck out swinging. 2-3 on the putout in the 4th. Hit a lazy fly ball up the middle, his first time along. And the pitch to Gonzalez. 84-mile-an-hour sinker, low and away. Again, reviewing some of the Canadian picks of the draft last weekend. Selected 10th, the right-handed pitcher Eli Saul from Vancouver. Arizona Diamondbacks in the 13th round, 378th overall out of Sacramento State. Gonzalez hits the ball up the middle. He got a little too much sky on it. That's a lazy fly ball out into deep left field, and Josiah Brown is under that for his 4th put out of the night. And the designated hitter, Tom Poole, will be the batter. Selected 11th was Cedric DeCrampe out of St. Simon in the province of Quebec. Atlanta Braves selection, 13th round. Chipola College down in Florida. Then you had Adam Tollick, a left-hander, Weston, Florida. Cleveland Guardians got him out of Arizona State University. Tom Poole with 5 hits in the series. 3 last night. He's got 2 here today and 1 stake. He knocked in a run in the 4th inning. And here comes the pitch. Down and away, ball 1 to Tom Poole. Calgary ball player. Thirteenth selection for the Canadians was a left-hand pitcher, Nathan Landry out of Victoriaville, Quebec. Boston Red Sox selection, 15th round, 459th overall, University of Missouri. Duplantier with an 87-mile-an-hour fastball was off the outside block. 2 balls, no strikes. Duplantier back on to first base, and there showed the good move, quick off of the back foot, and he threw a strike to the bag.
Al Shoop, the shortstop, is playing over right by the bag. They're shifting pretty well now on Poole, expecting him to pull.
Off day tomorrow, and the North Paws from Kamloops will be in town Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And the weather looks great all week long. Check swing and a breaking ball into Tom Poole. And that'll be a strike. We go to 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter. 14th pick overall was the catcher, Hugh Pinckney out of Toronto. San Diego Padres got him in the 17th round from the junior national team. 15 Canadians drafted this year, 17 last year. And the pitch is a strike. 78-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 15th pick was a left-hander, Jeremy Pilon out of Valleyfield, Quebec, Toronto Blue Jays selection in the 18th round from the junior national team. And Poole lays off a breaking ball that missed down and in. Count will run full, 3-2. They're going to hold him on a 3-2 count with 2 away because Laurent J is going to be off and running with the pitch unless the scoreboard is incorrect on the ball strike count, and it isn't. Laurent J goes, and the ball is popped up in the short left center field. On the run in, the center fielder, Redfield. He'll put leather on that, and that will retire the side. And no money in the air today for the Riverhawks. For that matter, no money in the air for the Victoria Ball Club either. 0-1-0-1, ball not carrying today. And good pitching will sometimes do that. So we're through 6 in a 2-1 ball game. Excellent game today. Victoria in the lead. Back with more in just a jiffy.
So let's see you guys get up on your feet. Callie's going to come around and go there.
Let's see what we can get out.
Kyle Post gets set to go here in the top of the 7th inning. He had a real good inning in the 6th. 3 pitches and 3 outs. Now you can make it 4 pitches and 4 outs. Ground ball to the shortstop, Schultz. He snags that lazy 2-hopper. Sidearms to the target, and there's 1 away. And Josh Walker will be the batter. A check of the big league scoreboard brought to you by Zambelli's Prime Rib Steakhouse. Prime Rib and Steakhouse on 50th Street in Leduc, about a 15-minute drive south of the south side of Edmonton. In the bottom of the 8th inning, playing in Baltimore, the Yankees lead the Orioles by a 5-0 score. And the Marlins in the bottom of 10, a 2-run lead now on the Pittsburgh Pirates, 6-4. And the Blue Jays in the top of the 8th are just a few outs away from a series sweep in Boston. Lazy ground ball off to the right of the mound, fielded here by Popst, and he'll underhand to the bag. 1-3 on the putout, 2 away. He's now got 6 pitches and 5 outs.
Doing an excellent job keeping the ball down, moving it around. You notice in the first one was 3 fly balls out to center field, now 2 ground balls out.
And the third baseman will be up there, the right-handed batter, Sadaico. And the pitch is a ball. We go to 1 ball and 1 strike here on Sadaico. Walked today, and he reached base on an error. And the 0-1 pitch by Kyle Popst, and a hanger is lined out into left field for a base hit. 5 in a row set down by Kyle Popst. And we are with 2 gone and a man aboard here in the top of the 7th inning. And a 2-1 lead for the Victoria Harbourcats. And Marlins 6, the Pirates 4 in the bottom of 10, the Blue Jays 8, and the Red Sox 4. And playing the 8th inning at Fenway Park. The Angels at the end of the 8th inning down in Atlanta lead the Braves 9-1. And the Reds were winners today, doubled up the score on the St. Louis Cardinals 6-3. There's a throw back to first base, pickoff move and a good one. As Massiangelo, who's a natural first baseman, he catches right and he throws left, slapped the tag down, and Sadaico is erased at the bag. And we'll move on to the bottom half of the 7th inning in this 1-run ball game, and back with more in just a jiffy.
That's right, Grayson. It's that time of the game. What time is it, Callie?
It's time for a 7th inning stretch.
You heard it's time for our 7th inning stretch, so let's stand up, sing along, and we're sending her dance team from I Candy. We're going to lead us in the singing. You know the words, and if you don't, they'll be up on the screen.
Mic test 1, 2, mic test 1, 2. Austin Chenard is the batter up. And he hits a pop fly to the shortstop. Shoot, and he makes the play. Bear with us, please. We're having some audio difficulties this afternoon that we will have addressed by the next telecast. It'll be on Tuesday night. Andre Duplantier hasn't got a big lead to work with, but he's made the most of one run. Throwing a nice ball game here through 6 1/3 innings. And the pitch is inside. 1 ball, no strike here to Jarevich. 0 for 2 afternoon. He's fly to center and he's ground out on the infield. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Jarevich beats this one into the dirt. A 2-hopper to the right-handed side. Haney onto his right, makes the snag. And the throw to the bag, there's 2 away. That'll bring up the right fielder, Will Gardner. Struck out in the 3rd inning. He was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. 2 out, bases empty. 4 in a row have been set down by Andre Duplantier. Haney, the second baseman, playing the batter to pull the ball fully back on the infield skin midway between the bags for first and second. And that one's fouled off down the left side, now to play. Back to the Major League scoreboard today. In the bottom half of the 9th inning, it's the Twins leading the Tigers by a 9-1 score. High pop-up on the left side of the infield as Will Gardner is raced on that pop-up to Sadoika, the third baseman. Zeros over the totals as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Back with more in just a jiffy. On to the top of the 8th inning. New pitcher in the ball game is Brady Kabitovich, who his last time out I thought looked really good. He's come a long way this season, but Kabitovich will come on in relief with Kyle Popes, who had an outstanding 2-inning distance today. Scoreless baseball, 1 hit. No strikeouts, no base on balls. Brady Kabitovich, the new pitcher here for the Riverhawks. 6'1", 190-pounder, a junior. He's an Edmonton ball player out of Cloud County Community College. He'll make his 11th relief appearance here this afternoon. Fastball misses outside, ball 3, strike 1. Got 1 start under his belt, 27 innings, 33 hits, 16 runs, 14 earned runs. Long stride home and a belt-high fastball foul to the backstop. He's got 8 base on balls, 24 strikeouts, 1 save, and a 4.30 earned run average. Michael Tiscolis, the first baseman, is the batter. And the pitch is on the outside corner for a called third strike. And Kibitovic with the strikeout. Tiscolis, if you can read body language, not real happy with that call.
Not happy at all. He thought it was outside. And that body language can sometimes get you tossed.
And we'll go to Tanner Haney. Takes a cut at the pitch. Swings and he misses an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Strike one to Haney. Josada Brown, the left fielder, due up in the inning. About the 1 hour and 40-minute mark in this one today. And the pitch is inside. Go to an even count of a ball and a strike. Real fine crowd on hand this afternoon. First 3 games of this 9-game homestand, they have been smoking the turnstiles. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Slow curveball. Nice break on it. 78-mile-an-hour spinner brings the count around to 1-2. Kibitovic is night and day from what we saw back in June.
Absolutely. He's got his control, and his fastball seems to have more movement on it now.
1 out, and the base is empty here in the top half of the 8th inning. Haney today is 0 for 1 with a run batted in. He knocked in the 3rd run of the ball game in the 5th inning on a sacrifice fly. A fly that I did not see trying to fix the audio gear. So we're at a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Minnesota Twins today playing in Detroit. 9-1 leads. They got an 8-run bulge with 3 outs to get over the Detroit Tigers. Chicago White Sox were 6-3 winners today in Chicago over the Cleveland Guardians. The Royals 3, the Rays 2 in the bottom half of the 8th inning, and the full count pitch is on the way. Fastball up in the wheelhouse, foul to the screen. Manager of the White Sox, the oldest manager in the major leagues, Tony La Russa. And I remember meeting him when he was the youngest manager in the major leagues.
Well, he was with the White Sox, and of course, their head of personnel at that time was our old college coach at Arizona State. And he told me at that time that Tony La Russa was the most up-and-coming manager in that era.
And you can't argue with him. What did he win? 2, 3, 4 World Series, one with Oakland, one with St. Louis. Tanner Haney is called out on strikes, and there's 2 away. And Josada Brown is the batter. The front end of the order. That is a really good front end of this Victoria order, and today they've gone a collective 1 for 11. So the Edmonton pitching's done a real good job on this front end of the Victoria Harbourcats batting lineup. Overhand curveball is a little shy of the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. You've got Brown hitting .333, Redfield hitting .331, Gonzalez smoking the ball at .374, and Shoup hitting at .289. And between those 4, 57 stolen bases. Ground ball down to Gurevich at third base. Tosses across the diamond, sets down the side. We'll have more in just a minute on our Riverhawk television package brought to you by Jiffy Lube.
Ladies and gentlemen, just want to give a round of applause to our Kids Take Over participants. How about a nice round of applause for Kelly, our sideline on-field reporter, Grayson up here in the PA booth, and our mini mascot.
Hey, we didn't like that. If you can't get to the game, you can always watch it on our YouTube channel. The broadcast was sponsored by Jiffy Lube, the legendary outposted.
Matt Massiangelo, the first baseman, the leadoff batter. Hawks are down by 2 with a total of 6 at-bats left. Massiangelo today has bounced out and flied out. Jake Schultz, the shortstop. And Jacob McKean, a late addition to the lineup today. Ivan Bretthauer was penciled in to start the ball game, playing in center field, batting leadoff. But he came up a little bit lame with a sore hand. Massiangelo, ball 1 to the batter. Haney, the second baseman, fully back, right on the back end of the infield skin and playing right between the bags of first and second base. Outfield is straight away. The infield today of Sadaika at third, Toscolis at first, Shoup at shortstop, Haney the second baseman, Pettit is behind the plate, Brown, Redfield, and Walker the left to right outfield. And a fastball misses upstairs here by Andre Duplantier. They have a reliever up and throwing in the Victoria bullpen. 3 batters up, nobody throwing. 3 players up, and nobody is yet thrown. Duplantier kind of thrown a whole lot of pitches here this afternoon.
Start this inning, a total of 68 pitches, 44 strikes, 24 balls.
Count is even here on Massiangelo. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off day tomorrow, and the Kamloops Northpaws are in town Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 76-mile-an-hour spinner is going to miss at the knee. He's had a good, strong, hard-throwing afternoon, has Duplantier. Got a good sinking fastball, topped out at 90 miles an hour today. As you can see, Massiangelo is awaiting on the pitch. He puts the ball into play. A 2-hopper to the right side. He pulls it over to the second baseman, Haney. Up and over to first. 4-3 on the putout. 1 gone. And 6 in a row have been set down by Duplantier. He coughed up 1 run in the 4th inning. A 1-out single to Clay Larange. He stole second. He stole third. And he came in to score on a line drive base hit up the middle off the bat of Tom Poole. Poole's 5th hit of the series. And the pitch to Jake Schultz. 81 miles an hour. It's a changeup, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. And here's the 0-1 delivery. Strike on the inside half of the plate. These 2 clubs will hook up again in about 2 weeks' time out in Victoria to wrap up the regular season. The next road trip will be 3 in Port Angeles to play the lefties, then the ferry boat across the strait. I'm not sure if that's the Strait of Juan de Fuca or just what it is, but that'll be a boat ride to Victoria to wrap up the regular season. Duplantier is ready to go, and a breaking ball fouled away by Jake Schultz. One hour and 43-minute mark in this ball game today. It has been a quick-moving ball game, as almost always the case. Good pitching will get you that. Here, Duplantier is going to waste one down and away. He has had 4 3-up, 3-down innings. Now the caveat on the 3-up, 3-down inning in the second, Tom Poole led things off with a base hit. He was picked up on the front end of a ground ball double play. And here's the pitch upstairs from Duplantier. And you just got to hand your hat to Duplantier. He's pitched a whale of a game.
He really has. He's mixing his pitches up well, both of the fastball and the breaking ball, and he's got good control.
Well, we go from an 0-2 count to a 3-ball, 2-strike count here on Jake Schultz, who was called out on strikes in the 3rd inning. And a fly ball out to left field. He did that in the 5th. And that's going to be a ball 4 for Jake Schultz. It's a good at bat for him. Fouled a couple of pitches off at 2 strikes in the count. And he took 2 straight pitches that were not in the strike zone. And Jacob McKean will be the batter. Again, our big league scoreboard today, the Royals are leading the Tampa Bay Devil Rays at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. 4-2 score in the top of the 9th inning. Tying run is at the plate here in the last of the 8th inning. It's the Rockies and the Brewers, 6 apiece. They're playing the bottom of the 6th inning in Milwaukee. And the Rangers have jumped out in front of the Oakland A's 3-0 in the top of 3. The Astros 5, the Mariners scoreless early in the ball game today. That's in the 2nd inning at that gorgeous ballpark in Seattle. And the pitch, Duplantier throws it right down the pump. And we'll have a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen of the Victoria Harbourcats. The Diamondbacks 2, the Nationals no score in Arizona, playing in the top of 3. Dodgers lead the Giants in the bottom of 2 by a 1-0 score. Breaking ball from Duplantier. And it misses low on a check swing. And later on we'll have the Mets hosting the San Diego Padres. That one will get underway at 5:05 Mountain Time. Duplantier, for the most part, has pitched ahead in the count, but he might be running out of gas here in the 8th.
I think he is. Flynn Ridley warming up, a good right-hander for the Harbourcats. And right after that walk, they got him going. So it looks like he's losing his control.
And the 2-1 pitch threw him an 87-mile-an-hour fastball in on the hands. And Jacob McKean fouls that away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shoup and Haney going to shorten up now in the middle infield. They'll play at a double play depth. The outfield is straight away. Zadoika is midway at 3rd, and the pitch is a breaking ball. And that misses low and inside, low and away actually on the right-handed batter. 3-2. 77 miles per hour on that pitch. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is on 1 bounce, and that'll hop on into center field. And that'll be a stolen base for Jake Schultz. At a swing and a miss at the plate, and there's 2 away. Clayton Larange in a 2-for-3 afternoon with a run scored will be the batter. That was strikeout number 5 in the afternoon for Andre Duplantier. They're going to call a meeting at the mound, the catcher, all 4 infielders, and the pitching coach. Schultz at the scoring position. Being down 2 runs at this state of the ball game is a whole lot different than being down 1 run. It's a night and day.
It certainly is. And in this situation, the manager is out there for one reason. And they're going to bring Ridley in by the looks of it. Duplantier heading to the dugout. Ridley hasn't had that long to warm up. This will be interesting.
Flynn Ridley, who have seen previously in this series, I believe it was Friday night. Back with more in just a jiffy. New pitcher in the ball game, right-hander Flynn Ridley. Makes his 15th relief appearance, 22 and 2/3 innings, 22 hits, 14 runs, and they're all earned. 9 walks, 25 strikeouts. Logs a record of 1 and 2, 3 saves, and a 5.55 earned run average for Flynn Ridley. And Laurent J. is the batter. Pitch is down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Incomplete totals for Andre Duplantier. 7 and 2/3 innings. Run totals yet to be determined. 5 strikeouts. He only threw 1 base on ball today. Laurent J. hits the ball up the middle out into right center field. Drifting on over is Joseph Redfield to make the catch. And that'll do it here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 1 run today allowed by Duplantier. Outstanding pitching by the big right-hander. Back with more at the top of the 9th in just a jiffy.
Hey fans, I'm here in Box of 108 and we have 2 special birthday announcements. It is Myrna's 73rd birthday. Happy birthday, Myrna. And we also have Oliver in the same box who turns 9 today. Please join us in giving them a very warm Riverhawks birthday. Congratulations. Let's wish them a happy birthday. We're so happy you could join us on your special day.
Top of the 9th, and Redfield will be the leadoff batter here against Brady Kamitovich. Came in and pitched the 8th inning. He got 2 called third strikes in the bottom end of the order, and he got Jasada Brown to bounce out. Ground ball out to third. And Kamitovich paints the outside corner with a fastball. Down to 1 ball and 1 strike here to Redfield on an uncharacteristic 0 for 3 afternoon. He's a good hitter. Front foot open, big knee bend deep in the box, and here he gets a knock as he bounces a single up through the middle, and Redfield is aboard. A .331 batter coming into play today. So Redfield with the base hit, and Roberto Gonzalez, the designated hitter, will be the batter. Chaz Wheatley, the starter today. 5-inning distance. 3 runs, 1 earned, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. Kyle Popst worked 2 scoreless frames with 1 hit, no walks, and no strikeouts. Double play depth in the infield as Gonzalez awaits the pitch. Kamitovich works out of a straight overhand delivery, and he throws an 84-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. The infield today have Gurevich at third, Masiangelo at first, Schultz the shortstop, Gonzalez at second base. In the outfield, it's McKean in left, Laurent J. in center, Gardner is the right fielder. And here comes the pitch up too high. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Riverhawks have been issued beautiful baseball cards, each and every member of the team, and these are quality. And the texture of the card itself is silky smooth. The color separation is unbelievable. So they'll have an autograph session down on the field after this one's over with. Kamitovich turns the ball over, and it's down and away. Ball 2, strike 1. And here comes the 2-1 delivery. Runner goes. Chenard out of the crouch. The ball is going to get caught but not held by Emiliano Gonzalez. That'll be a stolen base here for Redfield. No matter what happens today, the Riverhawk pitching through this series has really done a nice job in the front end of this Victoria order.
They certainly have, and it's been pretty consistent. Oh, there's a pop pretty good out of play. But, you know, even the relievers, middle relievers and so on, they've all done well.
Roberto Gonzalez out in front of an off-speed pitch. He hits it a ton, but is foul of the chalk down the left field line. Redfield in scoring position. And here comes the pitch. Ground ball down to third base. Gurevich is up with it, freezes his runner at second base. Goes a sinker ball to first, and Masiangelo digs it out of the dirt nicely, one away. And it'll be the shortstop, Hudson Shoup. Pair of infield hits today, and he scored a run. He got a 2 for 3. Tall, lanky, left-handed batter, big knee bend. He leans into the pitch. He gets under it. He pops it up. In foul territory, back at third base. Gurevich giving chase, and he ran out of real estate, could not make the play. Tyler Pettit, the catcher, who defensively has had a real strong game today, is in the on-deck circle. 19-25, the composite record this year for the Victoria Harbourcats. 18-22, the composite record for the Riverhawks. 18 victories against 22 losses. Coming into this game today, the Riverhawks are a 500 club in the second half. Here's a ball that's belted out there, and Laurent J was playing shallow. He won't get to that ball. That's all the way to the wall. That'll be a 3-base hit and a run batted in for Shoup, and he is easily in and beats the throw. Tyler Pettit is the batter. Laurent J can pick him up pretty good. He's a burner, but nobody can outrun a well-hit ball.
That's true, and Laurent J on that play took 2 flat steps instead of angling back right off, and that killed him. There's no way he'd get to it.
So the infield will have to play up with Tyler Pettit, the batter. They got a 4-1 ball game, the potential 5th run 90 feet from scoring. And Kibitovic with a high fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. Brady Kibitovic delivers. He overthrew the fastball, and it rose out of the strike zone. 2 balls and no strikes to Tyler Pettit. And here comes the 2-0 delivery. Ball's popped up. Foul territory off third base. Gurevich coming over. He won't have a play. That'll slice into the balcony seats here at Remax Field. One run in the second inning, a 2-run outburst in the 5th, and 1 more here in the 9th inning. Redfield with a leadoff single, stole second, come in to score. And a Hudson Shoup triple to straightaway center field. Pitching with the infield up, the thing that you ideally want to get is obviously a strikeout, but you usually got to pitch hard and you got to pitch in. And that's what Kibitovic did, and it's a high fly ball out into left field. Over towards the warning track, cleat onto the wall, and there to make the catch is McKean. And tagging up and coming in to score is Tyler Pettit. And Josh Walker will be the batter up. 4-run pad with 3 outs to get. Josh Walker, the hitter, on a 1 for 3 afternoon with a bag and a run scored. Davidovich takes a look down the gun barrel and throws a backdoor breaking ball down and away, 1 ball and no strike. Here to Josh Walker. Harbourcats will fly out first thing in the morning on a WestJet flight direct to Victoria. Easy travel day for them. Another deep fly ball to left field, and McKean is back to grab it, and that will retire the side. And we shall return momentarily with a play-by-play account of the bottom of 9.
Spring became summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? And touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Now, batting for our Riverhawks, number 17,
Emiliano Gonzalez is the second baseman to get things going, batting out at the 3 spot in the order today. Tom Poole and Austin Chenard due to follow. Big tall right-hander Flynn Ridley is 3 outs away from recording his 4th save of the season. And a breaking ball strike, 0-1. Scores this afternoon in the Coast League: Ridgefield 4, Cowlitz no score, and that's in the 3rd. Kelowna trails Bellingham 3-0 in the 2nd. It's Nanaimo 3, Kamloops scoreless in the 3rd. Portland up on Corvallis, a 1-0 count, and that's in the 4th inning. Yakima Valley and Port Angeles scoreless after 2, and tonight the Wenatchee Apple Sox will be in Walla Walla, Washington. And the 1-2 delivery, high from Flynn Ridley. "6'4", 200-pounder out of Penjola Junior College. And he's out of Burnaby, British Columbia. Came in with 2 out and the tying run at the plate, and that will qualify him for a save. Off the head of the bat, and this one's flared foul up the right side, and it's out of play. Again, we'll have a whole lot more for you Tuesday night. We'll have our audio problems under control. The 3-game series with the Kamloops North Paws. First-year ball club, like the Riverhawks are in the West Coast Baseball League. And Emilio Gonzalez takes a cut at an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. He just blew it by him.
Certainly did, yeah. It looks like Ridley's got good control of his fastball, and that's mainly what he's throwing.
Big Tom Poole is the batter. 3 for 3 last night, 2 for 3 this evening with a run batted in, so he's swinging a happy pull from Tom Poole. There he checks a swing, nubs the ball out in front of the plate. And the throw up the line from Pettit is in plenty of time. 2-3 the put out on an excuse me swing, ground ball out. And we go to Austin Chenard, who has bounced into a double play, got under a pitch in the 4th inning, popped one up to the first baseman and he bounced out in the 7th inning. Tuscolis, the big first baseman, has played a nice series. Middle infield fully back, about midway at first and third. And Chenard puts the ball into play up the first base line. Coming over to field the ball is Ridley, and that'll do it in this ball game. A strikeout and 2 ground ball outs. That'll go 1 unassisted, erasing Chenard. And we'll be back shortly with the final totals.
Baseball for an autograph session. While we do that, we are going to have 2 performances from the Vietnamese language center.
Ball game is now in the books, a 2-hour and 10-minute contest here today in front of an excellent house at Remax Field. With the loss, the Hawks fall to 7-8. Victoria Harbourcats are 1 game off 500 as well. They now move to 9 victories against 10 losses, and they'll head home for 3 exhibition games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and get back to league play on Thursday. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 2 left aboard. For the Harbourcats, 1 run on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 4 left on base. For the Hawks, Andre Duplantier, the winning pitcher today, and he improves to 3-0, 7 2/3 innings of just about perfect pitching. 1 earned run on 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, walked a batter, hit a batter. Flynn Ridley works the final 1 1/3 to get the save. That's his 4th on the year, and he struck out 1, zeros over the rest of the totals. Chris Wheatley, the first of 3 pitchers on the day. 5 inning distance, 3 runs, 1 earned, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 base on ball. Kyle Popst, a 2 inning distance, looked real fine, 1 hit. And Brady Kabinovich, the final 2 innings today. He allows 2 earned runs on 2 hits. He strikes out 2, and he did not walk a batter. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, John.
No, it's good. And just this game, Chaz Wheatley, those 2 throwing errors really hurt us. And then late, Kabinovich had a little bit of problem with his control, and that's what happens in these games. Duplantier pitched a hell of a game for them.
That he did, and that will do it today. We're going to pull the chute a little earlier than we normally do. We have a few issues to address, and we will do just that. But don't forget, we'll be back here Tuesday night, 7:05 for the opening pitch. And that again will be the Kamloops Northpaws in town. A victory this afternoon as they salvage 1 win out of the 3-game set. The Victoria Harbourcats are back home tomorrow night for exhibition baseball. We'll be back here Tuesday night at 7:05. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a very pleasant Sunday afternoon, everybody, and so long from Remax Field in Edmonton.
đừng hạnh phúc ngày qua. Người ngày đó ơi người ngày đó, con nhớ chăng một chiều đêm dưới mưa, nghe gió cuốn mây trôi về xa biết chân trời, tình đã trao không đời. Rồi mùa thu thương tím hoa, anh lỡ đi trong lòng hoa sáng rỡ. Ôi tháng tháng trôi qua 10 năm quá xa rồi, mà tình mãi còn vương. Bao năm qua người ơi, vang tin nhắn cho đời, không có ngày đoạn biết giữa suối reo chim tin. Về với em nghe nắng mãi tràn hòa, nghe lúa vàng rơi tràn đầy ưu liêu. Người về đâu ơi người về đâu, để ước mơ của mình anh lên thiên. Tha thiết đến tim anh về bên mái gia đình, tìm hạnh phúc ngày qua. Tha thiết đến tim anh về bên mái gia đình, tìm hạnh phúc, tìm hạnh phúc ngày qua.
Everyone go to the field and get an autograph for your favorite Riverhawk.
Means no worries about the rest of things.
All right, everybody. So you can get your baseball cards at the Hawk Shop, and go to each table and get them signed by your favorite Riverhawk. But yes, Riverhawk baseball cards in the Hawk Shop. And if you just want to go by and say hi to your favorite Riverhawk, that's okay too.